Hi, Mandeep. Thank you for your essays. Let's have a look at your letter to the host family first. Dear Wheeler family, okay. I hope this letter would find all of you in radiant health and best of spirits. I'm writing this letter to inform you about my stay to attend an English and homestay program in your country. Okay, this is a very excited, so to say, start of a letter. You can say a word, or you can say, I hope this letter finds all of you. This is not very typical, but if you want, you can leave it. Okay. It's really good that you include the purpose here. I'm writing this letter to inform you about my stay. You can not exactly to attend. You're not attending the program. You can attend classes. While I, let's say, study within the English and Homestay program in your country, or you can say in UK. I beg your pardon. My name is Lavanya Kapoor, and I'm studying media and mass communication. You don't need a diploma. You don't study a diploma. You can study for a diploma. So that thing is the confirmation of your studies at Delhi University. Nice. I will be your guest for 10 days, and I'm keen to learn English from native speakers like you. Very nice. I really like this sentence. Yes, very, very nice. Well, this will be the first time I visit any other country than my own. Therefore, I would like to know the climate conditions in your country so that I can pack my luggage accordingly. Moreover, it would be great if you could spare a few minutes to suggest some informative websites that truly describe the culture of UK. Okay, interesting. I wouldn't use the well because this is not conversational. You can say, as this will be the first time I will visit or I visit any other country than my own, comma, I would like to know, um, let's say, any details about the climate conditions in your country. Again, you can say UK because I guess the task says that it's the UK, so that I can pack my luggage accordingly. Yes, perhaps you could mention something more specifically about clothes, but yes, this will go. Moreover, it would be great, you don't need to capitalize if, or you don't need to capitalize if. We really have to be careful with capitalization. It cannot be overlooked because it is as important as punctuation or using any other aspects of language. If you could spare, or beg your pardon, if you could spare a few minutes to suggest some informative websites. I would say this is a bit, I wouldn't say rude, but a bit straightforward, kind of, oh, could you spare a few minutes? You can simply say it would be great if you could suggest me some informative websites that describe well the culture of the UK, or you could ask more specific questions about the culture of the UK. For example, do I need to have this? Will I have to take public transport or rent a car, or what should I do? What do people typically do at weekends? What do people typically discuss in pubs if they go to pubs, and so on and so forth. So yes, you can ask about websites, but the task said you have to ask about essential information about the UK. You put it all in one sentence and say, suggest me some websites. It's up to you, but this part could be developed a bit more to achieve a better score in task achievement. At the same time, I am feeling excited to meet you all. Okay. My flight from India to the UK will land on the 17th of June at 6 in the evening. Why not at 6 p.m.? It will probably take an hour to reach your place. It would be of great help if you could suggest some economical means of transportation from the airport. I have a feeling that there's not enough cohesion between your sentences. There's insufficient linkage. Look at this. You have, it will probably take, it would be of great help. That's it. You have a linking expression here at the same time. Great. So, and this sentence is a bit not really connected to the flight details, because the task said provide flight details, right? So you could say you could put this at the end somehow without they at the same time, and say, as for the details of my arrival, my flight from India to the UK will land on this date at this time. And it will probably take me an hour to reach your place. You don't know how long it will take you to reach their place, because you said suggest some economical means of transportation. Um, Probably you will be suggested to use public transit. And I don't know, this question sounds a bit obvious, because if you say economical, it's always public transit, not the taxi. So it's up to you again. But anyway, you are trying to stay polite. That is great. See all of you soon. This is very informal. You are trying to preserve a neutral / formal style throughout the whole letter, but then you go, see all of you soon. Perhaps you could say, I am looking forward to meeting all of you. That's it, right? We get rid of this and say, as for the details of my arrival. Okay. Best wishes and first name, last name. First name, last name, that's appropriate, but best wishes is a bit too friendly. Perhaps you could say, as you know the name of the person, you can say yours sincerely, and that's it. Yeah. This is a nice letter. This is a very, very nice letter. Now let's have a look at the essay about international marketing. It is often argued that global campaigns are obstructive and interfering for the host countries, whilst others disagree and think that international marketing is a mandatory tool to grow the business worldwide and proved to be money-making and productive in all terms. However, this essay agrees with the latter viewpoint that global marketing is essential to extend innovative ideology at a global scale, and discuss both viewpoints with suitable examples. Okay. I like the fact that you use appropriate topical vocabulary, though not always precisely. Um, Sometimes the way you use vocabulary is a bit unusual. But yeah, you have really nice ideas, and apparently you're going the right way, because you say campaigns. I trust you mean advertising campaigns, but I haven't seen what you have following in the next paragraph. Yet, let's have a very fast look at how language could be improved here. But again, I can't improve everything, otherwise I would simply have to rewrite your paragraph. Okay, it's often argued that global campaigns are obstructive. I would say global advertising campaigns are obstructive and interfering in the culture of the host countries, whilst others, if you say it's often argued, this is an impersonal construction, and here you go on with a personal construction. So perhaps you could introduce parallelism. You either say that some people argue that and then others disagree, or you can say it is often argued, while there are other opinions suggesting that international marketing is a mandatory tool to grow the business worldwide, to grow, let's say, business relations. Or what do you mean by to grow the business? Which business do you mean? And what do you mean by prove to be money-making and productive in all terms? This is very non-typical use of English. You mean that international marketing is not only an important tool to expand one's business relations worldwide, but also profitable and productive in many aspects. I would change it like this, but again, it depends on what you intended this to mean. However, this essay agrees with the latter viewpoint. I wouldn't use however, because you're not disagreeing with the whole sentence. You're disagreeing with only a part of this first sentence. You can say, thus, the essay agrees with the latter viewpoint that global marketing is essential to extend innovative ideology at a global scale, and will discuss both viewpoints with suitable examples. Okay. Certain demographics of society believe that international brands demolish the local market sales. Demolish is a bit unusual. Perhaps you should choose another verb. Certain demographics of society sound sophisticated, but again, it's a bit unusual. Therefore, it is considered that this trend of international promotion of foreign products leads to a decrease in the local economy rate. Okay. However, this essay disagrees with this viewpoint by stating, you don't need to say this essay, you can say, however, I disagree with this viewpoint because as I believe that foreign brands are welcomed, where exactly? The whole replacement of traditional cultural merchandise is not possible. You need a linking expression here, probably as due to the fact, because you simply put that this sentence here, and that's it. So perhaps a connection. Okay. The traditional Indian clothing market is a prime example of this, and yes, you need a comma. And its sale, the sale of the market, I think you need to rephrase this. You probably the sales of traditional Indian clothing will be all-time popular among local customers, be it an occasion of a wedding or any festival. Therefore, it is wrong to say that international trends take away the local business. Okay. So let me get back here. Perhaps you could say that even though foreign brands are everywhere, let's say, are ubiquitous through the Indian on the Indian market and are obviously very welcome, I still believe that the whole replacement. Yes, you need not, however, even though, and then you don't need the link here. For instance, the traditional Indian clothing is a prime example of this, as its sales will be all-time popular among local customers, be it on the occasion of a wedding or any festival. And the final sentence is good. So you have really great ideas, but I really have to get back to the sentences and reread them and try to figure out how the way you formulate sentences present your ideas. So you need to work on your one, coherence, and two, sentence structures. On the other hand, not side, there are some sociologists who believe that global market campaigns are paramount for the expansion of the business on a large scale. You don't need the hyphen here, and I'm not sure that you mean sociologists because you're discussing about business and trade. So I'm not sure this is about sociology. These marketing strategies pave the way to the nice vocabulary, to the increased popularity of products and overall income. Which these and which products? I have a feeling that you're overgeneralizing a bit. Try to be more specific even in the very beginning. At the same time, both home and host countries learn about each other's language. It's not really clear in which context you say home and host countries. Home to what? Host to what? Because home country and host country are kind of synonymous. So do you mean the home country as the country which receives the foreign advertising, or what exactly? So more explanation and being more specific is really required here. Okay, for instance, Halloween themed. You can also do it like this. Advertisement of M&M candy represent the cultural festival of Western countries and Asian countries, which with its festivity theme. I think you have two words, theme, and you are kind of being redundant here. You can simply say, for instance, Halloween-themed advertisement of M&M candy are a cultural element of Western countries, as it is a purely, let's say, um, American or Western festival, while it is unusual for Asian countries. Well, this topic is quite unusual for Asian countries, something like this, but you need to rephrase the sentence. Therefore, this essay agrees. Try not to put your stance in the formulation this essay does. I agree that worldwide marketing is a solvent way. That's, I wouldn't say solvent. No, you need another synonym here. To expand business innovatively and strengthen the bond between two countries with linguistic and conventional research. This looks unusual. Well, from the final sentence that says that worldwide marketing is a good way to expand business innovatively and strengthen the bond between two countries with linguistic and conventional research. What kind of linguistic research did you discuss here? I'm not sure that you did. What do you mean by conventional research? I'm not sure again. So the fact that you gave the Halloween-themed M&M candy in Asian countries, which was not completely explained, is not quite sufficient to say this. So perhaps you need to think about the logic of this paragraph again. You really have to be consistent, and if you argue about something, you have to support it well with examples. To recapitulate, I would simply say to conclude, because recapitulate is a bit of an old-fashioned way of saying this. This essay supports the importance of international marketing by considering its benefits in revenue generation and cost-effective method in learning dialect and civilization of different countries. Dialect? Are you sure you discussed dialects? I'm not sure you did. However, some critics find these campaigns with adverse effects on local trade, but that is a flawed argument. Be very careful when you say this. This is a very, very straightforward statement, and the argument is not completely flawed when supported with the right reasons. So, I'm not sure that you completely explored everything you say you did. So you really need to rethink how you brainstorm and plan your essay. And I believe you need to do a lot of work on this. So in order to help you with this, we do have an online course that takes you through many aspects of writing, both task 1 and task 2, very efficiently and very economically. So in a very short time, you will be able to plan your essay properly, brainstorm for ideas, write appropriate sentences, use efficient structures, both in terms of grammar and vocabulary. So if you're interested, please explore the link at the end of my feedback email. And remember, if you sign up for the full course in the next 24 hours, you will get 2 essay corrections for free and even a $10 discount. So many of our students can confirm that this course is really useful, and judging on what I see in your writing, you really need a bit of work, especially in terms of planning, supporting your arguments with appropriate explanations and examples, developing your thought, building coherence and cohesion, and many other aspects. So I'm really hoping that this is going to help you improve and explore the offer. That's it, and all the best of luck.